This is a SmallRig P96L RGB video light. It's built very rugged, it's small, compact, and it packs a ton of features. Let's take a closer look. In front of the unit, you're going to notice a built-in diffuser. The back of the unit has the display here. It's an OLED display. The bottom of the unit has a 1/4 mounting screw hole here, the USB Type-C charging port there. The top of the unit has the on and off switch here and a mode button here. The side of the unit has two rocker switches here. One controls brightness, while the other is a multifunction rocker switch that is going to control different features of this light. Let's go ahead and go over those features now. If I go ahead and turn on the light right now, it's going to be in CCT mode. Now, you can change the temperature of the light. Right now, it's set at 2500 Kelvin, and that's where it starts there. So 2500 Kelvin, and you can move it all the way up to 8000 Kelvin. And you do that using the rocker switch here on top. Now, in order to change the brightness, you use the rocker switch at the bottom here. You can see that it's set at 1% right now. It's actually putting out quite a bit of light. And if I move that all the way up to 100%, you can see how bright this light gets. So there we are at 100%. This light is very bright. One of the cool features about this light is the fact that it does calculate how much time you have before this light is going to run out of power. So at 1%, you're going to notice that the OLED display here shows that you should be able to get about looks like it's still calculating, but about 7 hours of operation. Now, if I move this all the way up to 100%, you're going to see that calculation change. So it takes a second for it to recalculate. Now it's at 45 minutes, and now it's down to 32 minutes. So that's going to continue to change as it begins to calculate how much power or how long it can operate before it's going to run out of power there. So it looks like it's holding steady at about 32 minutes. So at 100% brightness, 8000 Kelvin, we should be able to run for the next 32 minutes. But if we move that back down to 1%, then you'll see that change in real time. So it's up to 52 minutes, and it should change a few more times, being that, yeah, there we go there, 8.2 hours. Now, if you hit the mode button here on top, that's going to get you to the next set of features here, and that is the RGB mode. Now, in this mode, you can change the hue of the light, the saturation, and of course the brightness. So I'm going to move this down to 1%, and now using the rocker switch here on the top, I can now change the color of the light to any color that I want or need out of the light. So we'll change it to a bluish color here, about 245, 241, yeah, that's about blue right there. And we're still at 1%. So if I move that all the way up to 100%, you can see how bright this light gets. I mean, it's very bright for it being a light of this size here. Now, this next mode, I have to warn you, there's a lot of flashing that happens in this next mode. So if you're sensitive to flashing, you might want to forward this part of the video. So I'm going to go into get into that mode now. And here we are here. You have different settings here. Right now we're in A. And within each letter, you get 3 different options. So A1 is flash. A2, or actually, let's go the other way. A2 is fast flash, or flash fast. A3 is TV screen. And then as soon as I hit this rocker button in the middle, push it in the middle, now we're B1, it's candle, flame 1, flame 2. And you're going to be able to go through all of these features, C, D, E, F, G being the last one, and then it starts over back to A. And then in each mode, it recalculates how much time you're going to have before you're going to run out of power there. So if we hit the mode button one more time, you'll go back to CCT mode. Now, one of the cool features that I really like about this light is the fact that it can still be used while plugged into power. I'll go ahead and demonstrate that here now. I'm going to plug in the light into a wall charger that I have here, and you can see that the light is now charging, which is very cool. The light didn't turn off, it continued working. So what that means is you're going to be able to operate this light either off of a power bank, or if you have an adapter to plug into the wall, then you can run this light continuously and never have to worry about it shutting off on you. And another cool feature of this is if we were to turn the light off, so now the light is charging, you're going to notice that the display is going to show you how long it's going to take before the light is fully charged. So at the moment, it's going to take about 35 minutes for this light to fully charge. And if we wait here a little bit, you can see it's recalculating. So it's switching between 35 minutes and 34 minutes. So in real time, it's going to continuously calculate how long it's going to take before this light is fully charged. So theoretically, in the next 35 minutes, this light will be fully charged. Now, to quickly demonstrate how you can use this light as an accent light, right now I have it at set to blue at 1%, which matches my background here. And actually, I'm going to move it up to maybe 30%. And I'm going to try to illuminate this little dark area here, just to demonstrate how you can use this light as an accent light. So let me go ahead and place the light there now. And you can see at 30%, it's more than illuminating this little area here. As a matter of fact, I would probably dim that down a little bit more because it looks like it's a little too bright. But you can see that it matches my background here. I was able to match that blue to my background that I'm using right now, that blue shade that I'm using right now. So as an accent light, it works great. Now, let me show you a couple other ways you can use the light. If I switch this light back over to CCT mode, I'm going to change this to about 5800 Kelvin. I'm going to boost this up to maybe about 40%. Now I can use this as a hair light. As you can see here, I can use that to light up myself or use it as a hair light here. So if I had a way to be able to attach this up here, I can definitely use this as a hair light. And in a pinch, I can also use it as a key light. So right now I have my key light running, and even at 40%, you can see it's overpowering my existing key light. Matter of fact, I'm going to turn off my key light. Okay, my key light is now turned off, and as you can tell, you know, my face has now become dark here. And I'm going to move this down to maybe 10%, and there you go there. Now it's operating as a key light. Let's move it down just a little bit more. We're now at 5%, and that would work right there. And if I needed to move this light a little bit further away, then I just need to brighten it up a little more, maybe 20%. Place this a little further out, and now you can see that I can use this very simply as a key light. So in a pinch, if I needed to, I can use this light as my main light. But again, I can also use it as my hair light. So let's move this back up to, let's say 40%. And then you'll see I can easily illuminate myself from the back and use it as a key light. I'm sorry, a hair light. So let's go back down to 20% and demonstrate the key light once again, and there you go there. Very cool. And the little built-in diffuser, you can tell it's not extremely harsh on my face. It actually illuminates very well here. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on my regular key light now. So there you have it, folks. That is a SmallRig P96L RGB video light. Very versatile, very useful, ton of different ways that you can use it. One thing I didn't mention is that the whole case is made of aluminum, so it's built very rugged, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video. So this light is built in a way that doesn't feel like it's going to break on you if you were to accidentally drop this on the floor. It's going to be able to take a beating, and doesn't seem like it's going to break very easily. And it doesn't take very much space, so this is definitely one of those lights that you should be carrying in your camera bag, because you're going to be able to use this light for a bunch of different scenarios, either product photography, as we demonstrated, as a key light, as a hair light, in RGB mode, as an accent light. Ton of different ways that you can use this light. This is definitely a light that I'm enjoying using, and I carry this in my camera bag wherever I go.
Okay, guys, today we're looking at the SmallRig Vibe P96L RGB video light. Can also be used, obviously, for photography and things like that. That's probably what I'm going to end up using it with is macro photography and that kind of thing. So some specs here on the back. It's got a color temperature range of 2500 and 9900 Kelvin. It's got a 1500 milliamp battery, which is pretty good for the size of this thing. SmallRig is a really good name. I have some of their items, tripods and ball heads and that kind of thing, and very, very happy with the quality of them, and I don't expect this to be any different. So quickly looking inside the box here, we've got the user manual there, the RGB light here, obviously, and USB, USB-C to USB-A to USB-C charging cable. So we'll just look at the back of the unit here really quickly. We've got your specs here, LCD screen here on the top. We've got a mode button and an on and off switch. On this side, we've got a couple of dials. The bottom one is just a free spinning adjustment wheel. This one here is actually spring loaded, so you have to kind of hold it down to change it. But this one actually is also a mode button as well, so you can press in on this one as well. On the bottom, we've got a mount for a cold shoe or a tripod mount, your charging port for your USB-C cable there. So we'll turn the unit on. Obviously, the front of it is kind of a frosted plastic textured coating here, which is obviously very durable. The outer casing is, I don't know if this is magnesium or some kind of metal housing, but it's very very sturdy. It's got some kind of a texture to it there as well. But again, SmallRig's very high quality item, so don't expect any different from this unit. So we'll go ahead and turn it on real quick. You can see the LCD screen light up there. You've got some different information, your battery indicator, your percentage, and your Kelvin. So on this mode here, this is where we can change our temperature of the light by pulling down on this switch or moving up on it. And again, it goes from 2500 to 9900 Kelvin. And then your percentage is changed by the other dial here on this side. If we hit the mode button on the top, just press in on this. It brings us to another screen here. This is your HSL screen. You can see your hue and your saturation there. And to switch between them, you can see the yellow indicator there on the bottom of the saturation. Just switch that up to the hue. You press in on this dial here and it changes it up to the top. So then you can change your hue. So you can see us changing it there. And then your saturation, again, you press this and it switches to the yellow indicator down to the bottom. And then you can change your saturation, right? And again, your percentage is this bottom dial. Okay. Then if you go into your mode button again, you've got some pre-programmed settings, different effects. This one's called police. And again, you can change them by moving the dial on the top here. Different settings. Again, press in on this dial here on the right and it changes to different settings. So strobe lights. You got a bunch of different things. Chase lights, fireworks, romantic, clubs, TV screen, flash, a bunch of different pre-program things. Flame's kind of cool. But yeah, the main purpose I'm going to be using this for is probably for macro photography. So I'll just be using mostly the Kelvin adjustment and the percentage here for most of my work. But yeah, it's a very very sturdy unit, very bright. Obviously, I'm at 3% here, and you can see I'll just crank it up to 100. You can see the difference. Yeah, so it's a very powerful unit, and again, the 50 milliamp or 1500 milliamp battery should be sufficient for most of my use. But yeah, so that's it for my review, guys. I'll keep you updated on anything that I do with it in the future, and look forward to trying this out. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Hey guys, I just got this SmallRig Vibe P96L, which is a small RGB video light. I just thought I'd give you a quick hands-on look at it. I love little lights like this. They add accent lights to all kinds of shots. It's just easy to add a touch of color. I don't use these. You could use this as a main video light if you just wanted to use a fill, but I find these a little bit too harsh for that, so that's not what I use them for. But like just for a little bit of a splash of color here or there, throw them into a vase, to create that kind of practical light in the background or something like that. I love these little lights for that. And this is really small. It's really thin. I mean, you can see it in my hand. It's easily pocketable. It's got one 1/4-20 mount on it. It is not magnetized anywhere. I usually like these lights to have some magnetization option, so it's just easier to stick it to something, but this one does not have that. So let's turn it on. So right now we're at a hue of 0 and we're at 100%. I kind of point it this way. I turned off my light over here so you can see on this side a little bit more of the light. So I'm gonna go from 0. I'm just gonna go through all the hues so you can kind of see it changing. Right? So get the full color gamut there, really nice. And then it's got a number of special effects modes. So you got strobe lights, different speeds, chase, just kind of going through the lights a little bit quicker, and really slow. Fireworks, they're sometimes pretty subtle. Romantic is just kind of like almost like a gray. It's going very slow from one to the next. It's right into club. So club 1, club 2, and then romantic. You got a flash. Guess you can have a faster flash. TV screen. Sometimes these are hard to see, the little flicker of the TV screen. Got a fast flash. Candle. This is always a nice background. If people don't see the actual fireplace, just throwing these close by usually do a very good job of making it look like you're next to a fireplace. And then you've got some of the emergency services, which is a great special effect for a lot of different uses. So anyway, really versatile light, good battery life on something so small. You're gonna probably get about, depending, it really depends on the percentage that you're using and what features you're using, but you'll probably get, maybe an average of an hour, hour and a half, something like that on this. And just having it, a few in your bag, especially at this price point, I think it's $35 right now, is kind of a no-brainer. Really good build quality. It could probably take a little bit of beating up in the bag. It's USB-C chargeable, so it's just a nice little accessory video light. So hope this video helped you guys out.
Review on the Vibe P96L RGB video light. This light is high quality. I thought when I first opened it up, I was pretty surprised. I was a little surprised that the face of the lights is not as diffused as you would think, because you could see all the individual light bulbs, but don't be too worried about that. Inside the box you get USB cable. Inside there you got your user manual and the box itself. And when I got it, it was kind of heavy. I'm like, this is pretty nice quality. So it's like aluminum frame, and what's really nice about it versus some of my other lights is it's got quick access for your light functions, those knobs. I kind of like that instead of using the push buttons I had to go through before. So I'll go ahead and turn it on. You'll see it's got a real nice LCD display on the back. It's blinking. It's kind of weird from the camera, but it gives you all your, when you go through the menus, it gives you all your information. So if you go down here, go through it, and if you push it, this button, you can go through other menus. Police, there's all kinds of different options. Chase lights. It's really bright. Then you can control your brightness with the knob on the bottom really fast. So right now that's 47%. So, but really high quality feeling RGB light. And you see you got your quarter 20 mount there. So, but that's it, guys. Really nice light.
You ever go places and your girlfriend's like, take a nice picture of me, and then you don't take a nice picture and she kills you? Well, me neither, because I'm still alive. But this light will help reduce the chances of that happening. What I like about this is you can instantly transform your selfie game overnight. Literally, you use it at night for when it's dark. You can use it with your phone, you can use it with your camera, and your photos come out flawless. Never experienced low light situations again. And the best part about it is you can change the color temperature of the white light from warm to cool to like just regular white. And you can change to whatever color in the hue spectrum you want, or select party mode to just be a real obnoxious guy to stand out at parties. What I don't like, you guessed it, carrying this around. At like 40, 45 bucks, I'd buy it again. It is handy to have in the kit, and I do keep it in my kit.